From the end zone
To the mosh pit,
in the last house on the left. This is
screams and schemes.
the only channel you get actively dumber by watching. And we are back with one of our final mock drafts of the offseason. And it's going to be the same thing. We're going to go first round. Not going to go past the first round because we're not going to pretend to be complete experts on all of these prospects. And I feel like past round one, it's not as exciting. And I feel like a lot of viewers probably agree with that too. And if you notice, the PFF looks a little bit different right now. It's because I have a dark mode filter on just so it's not blasting me in the face with bright light. Anyway, let's get into her, partner. So what do you want to go with today?
I will go with the odds.
So you're going to start it off.
Yep.
All right, go for it.
So what we've seen for the Tennessee Titans, especially yesterday and Cam Ward's pro day, by the way, was fantastic. Tennessee was there, their head coach was there, everybody was there, and they said it without saying it that Cam Ward's the guy, and the only way they come off Cam Ward is if they get offered something they can't refuse.
Yeah.
I don't think they're trading it. I think they're the price of the Giants have to get to number one now after what Cam Ward just did would cost even more. And that's probably why the Giants just paid Russell Wilson what they did today.
Yeah. This is,
So
by the way, yeah, guys, this is coming off of literally 10 minutes ago. We got the Russell Wilson news. So
yeah.
it's going to affect
So
draft
I
a little bit.
think easy. This is about as easy as usually every pick one is every year. Cam Ward to the Tennessee Titans, and it's what they need, really.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna go ahead and lock him in. Cam Ward to the Tennessee Titans. I'm on the clock with the good old Cleveland Browns. Um, damn, has it been that long since we recorded? Did we record last time before the Myles Garrett deal?
Myles Garrett did not get a deal yet.
Okay, well, I mean it's been that long since we made one of these videos, but I mean I still don't think it changes a whole lot unless they're going quarterback, which I could see them going quarterback, but I don't think they're going to want to. I think they're going to want to wait and roll with, unfortunately, Kenny Pickett this year and just lock up the best front four that we've probably ever seen in football. Abdul Carter and Myles Garrett is going to be crazy.
As much as I think that is a great pick, I do think they're taking Shedeur.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. That's fair.
I do think they're taking Shedeur because I think that's they're kind of building it to that, and I think Shedeur would do really well in Cleveland. But that being said, this is now a weird pick because they just paid Jameis Winston 2 years.
Yep.
And you got Russell Wilson that can earn up to $21 million this year. So, but he's guaranteed 10.5. So it's like you're paying him decent, and you're also paying Jameis Winston too. That's also not horrible. I mean, he is what he is.
Altogether, it's like $30 million total dollars in their quarterback room.
So you're not spending $30 million in this year if you're in love with Shedeur Sanders. That's my thought process. Now, this is the New York Giants. This is one of the worst front offices in all of football. But if you pay Russell Wilson and you pay Jameis Winston, you're spending $30 million, and you have the most versatile player on the field right in your face, Travis Hunter, you're about as dumb as they get if you don't take Travis Hunter. So I'm going to say Giants finally do it right. You paid a veteran quarterback that could maybe win you some games.
Yeah.
You can go get him another weapon / better defense for him.
Yep.
With elite neighbors, you go take Travis Hunter. It's either that or McMillan. I don't know. I haven't heard that, but it's Travis Hunter.
No. So you lock him in.
Absolutely.
So the thing about Tet, you can see he was probably ranked. I think he was ranked 7 to like 11 around that range before his pro day. People were very concerned he wasn't going to run as fast as
he ran 4.8.
He ran a
It was around there.
It's unofficial regardless. It's unofficial. I'll look up. Shedeur and McMillan 40 times. Yeah, he Per Jordan Schultz, he ran a 4.48, but per Albert Breer, he ran between a 4.54 and a 4.57, which
Well, I hope the first
him
one's right.
running, yeah, either way, that's the range that we wanted him to run. We knew he wasn't going to run with elite speed. We just needed him to be good. Like a T
Yeah.
Higgins is running a low 4.5. I'm pretty sure he was a mid 4.5, actually 4.55. Either way, I don't know why I'm talking about Tet. I'm not taking him here. It's got to be Mason Graham. Like arguably the best defensive interior in the class, and that's depending on what you want. You want pass rush, it's Mason Graham. You want to stop the run? Funny enough, it's his teammate Kenneth Grant. So, I mean, I don't think you can go wrong with Mason Graham here at 4.
I'm not gonna make this crazy. I could see the Jags either going Will Campbell, Ashton or McMillan, but they got rid of every receiver known to man besides their rookie. Even though like Trevor Lawrence is going to be on his butt all year long next year, and as much as I think Will Campbell is the best pick right here for Trevor Lawrence's sake, Jags don't care. They're going to take McMillan, and that's what we're going to take.
They do have
we're going to have one of the.
They do have a very similar receiver in terms of what you're going to get out of him with Brian Thomas, but imagine
pair
just
them up,
F it.
and they'll have one of the younger. They'll have one of the younger best duos. You might as well. They'll sell tickets.
Lock them in. All right, and now the controversial pick between me and him. I think right now Ashton Jeanty would raise the floor of the Raiders offense by a significant margin. Regardless of if they upgrade their O-line, regardless of if they upgrade whatever, who they have at quarterback, it doesn't matter. It really does not matter. I think Ashton Jeanty would be the best offensive player you have the moment you draft him. And I think it takes their offense from being bottom 7 in the league to middle of the road just by having this one player. So I'm locking in Ashton Jeanty. Best player on the board for him.
So to be fair, no, I don't agree that he makes that significant of a difference. Not because he's not fantastic. That's not what I'm saying. It's because the Raiders need a hell of a lot more than a running back.
They do.
And it makes me nervous, kind of like Giants and Barkley, where you take such a dynamic running back that we've seen for a very long time. Yeah, they're going to put up 1,000 yards, and that's their offense. But, like, their offense still wasn't, like, elite. They just had a really good player that put up good stats because that's how good he was. But he also got injured a lot. And when he goes to the Raiders, that's the situation I'm comparing it to, because if the Giants were never going to get a better O-line, yes, they did draft and it was unfortunate, but like if the Giants would have ever got the O-line right, Barkley would still be there.
Based on that logic, are you saying they made the wrong pick by taking Barkley?
That's what I'm
trying to say. Like,
not necessarily, but like
you don't pass up for them. You don't pass up. Yeah, it did. It did pan out for them. It really did. Talking about a guy who had 5 seasons with them, 3 of which were very, very good seasons to elite seasons. So I would say it definitely paid off for them.
He was a mixed bag with New York because yes, Jersey he had a really good years, but he also had years where he barely played and he was a letdown because of his injuries.
He was
becoming a very injury prone guy.
I think one team getting it wrong, even if they didn't get it wrong, because I don't think they got it wrong.
I think the Raiders here should take
everyone else.
The tackle from Missouri. I think taking Malachi Starks is better here for them. I think Will Campbell. Yeah, I agree.
None of those players. Yeah, exactly. None of those players are as good as players as Ashton
I just don't think I don't think Ashton Jeanty makes the Raiders better year one. I don't think their record changes to me. But I mean, regardless, they got a great pick. Maybe for the years to come, hopefully. Jets. They can't draft a quarterback because they gave Justin Fields the biggest steal contract ever, in my opinion. You got Garrett Wilson, you got chemistry, so going another receiver here could be beneficial, but I don't know if there's another receiver that anybody's in love with. Like, I think the guy from Texas would be a good pick. I just don't know if pick 7 is legit. So, I mean, how good was the Jets online? Because I mean, if Justin Fields is our future quarterback, we got to get somewhere.
It was dog shit. It was dog shit.
And this is tough this is really tough for the Jets. I'll go down a little bit.
I mean, you think about it, they did just lose their number 2 corner. They lost their middle linebacker, Jim Mosley.
I think that the Jets. Would it be a curveball if they drafted Mecca Buka here?
Absolutely. That would be crazy.
But I can see him doing it with Fields and Garrett Wilson. Didn't Mecca Buka play with him?
No.
He was the okay. I switched. Who's their tight end? You know what?
Yeah, they don't have a great tight end. I see a lot of people taking Tyler Warren to them right now too.
That's because I'm thinking. What I'm trying to think is to the viewers is Justin Fields hasn't had a fair chance ever in this league. He's had moments, down moments, upside moments, but he's a great athlete. We do know that much. So if I'm the Jets, I'm like, I got a quarterback that has so much upside for such a steal contract just because he wants to be a starter. And he's already got a weapon over here in Garrett Wilson that is, I think, still a dog. What?
Got some big news.
What?
Stephon Diggs to the Patriots for a 3-year, $69 million deal.
That's a great signing for the Patriots. But anyways, hold on real quick. For the Jets, I want them to either protect Fields and give him the chance because he can kill you from the pocket. We haven't seen an NFL because he's never had a good line. So up in that O-line here for the Jets needs to be a factor. But if you're not willing to draft a receiver in the first round because you don't believe in him, other than the guy that's already been taken, which by the way he could fall here too, the guy from Arizona.
Yeah.
Why don't you take the other great weapon and someone like Fields where Warren, he throw a little dink and dunk. You could throw them screens to Warren. I think Warren and Fields would go well together. So I like Tyler.
I think Tyler Warren's a great pick for them.
Yeah.
I don't honestly think there is a better pick for them other than maybe.
I think Will Campbell's a really argument.
Maybe Armand Membu is like the only other pick I'd be okay with there, or Will Johnson.
Thought about it. I thought about both.
Two for me.
But Tyler Warren moves the needle for them where they need to be. And I feel so bad for you Jets fans. You guys have talent. And you guys just can't get it all together.
I don't feel bad for him,
I feel so bad for you.
But I mean, I feel bad. You know, I do feel bad for the Jets fans.
Like
Their front office.
Yeah, Jets
so
fans are so much better than Giants fans. I got respect Jets fans.
The ownership is just a joke, and that's coming from a Bengals fan, and I know what bad ownership is. So here we go. Panthers on the clock. They made a lot of moves. They made a lot of moves in the offseason there. Still got to figure out what they're doing at middle linebacker, and I think Jihad Campbell fits what they would probably want. That dude is so smart.
How's good is their O-line now? Have they signed anybody huge?
I think they've made a huge signing at O-line, but
you got two of the best tackles here too for Bryce Young.
I do think that Armand Membu is a pick I'm looking at here, but I think Jihad Campbell might be my pick for these guys. I think Jihad Campbell is the perfect middle linebacker in this class, and he is so smart. After going and rewatching film, because I've been, looking at players that I think the Bengals are going to be willing to take in the first round, I don't think Jihad Campbell's slipping out of the top 10 after watching that dude's film. The way that he's calling plays out, literally calling out double moves behind the line of scrimmage, like, hey, this guy's going to move this way, but he's going to move back. He's going to move back. So you still stay on that side of the field. The way that he's a commander of the defense, I just think
reminds me of Roquan Smith.
Perfect for them. That's probably a good comp, honestly. Roquan Smith. Maybe a little less physical.
Very intelligent, and Roquan knows what's going to happen before it happens. I'm pretty sure Jihad Campbell's bigger, right? Am I wrong on that?
I don't know. I think
he's like more athletic as a linebacker.
He's kind of small for. I mean, that's good size for a linebacker. I'm not going to say it's not.
Yeah, I mean, if you're anything like Roquan Smith, you're going to be a dog in this league.
Good comp.
So I see 3 players here for the audience for the Saints. First of all, Saints need a lot. And I think, by the way, hot take, you guys absolutely screwed up paying Chase Young as much money you guys did. He did absolutely dog shit in terms of stats and didn't do anything for you guys, and you guys paid him good money. Very good money.
Upside.
I mean, I don't know how much you need to see out of that guy. His work ethic is not good. We saw it with the 49ers. He's just is what Chase Young is. He was that guy.
He was literally just average.
Yeah, and you paid him above average, and you guys are just throwing money to the wind. So let's be smart, because Derek Carr has given you guys some really damn good moments. for nothing. You guys have absolutely abused that guy. Let's get somebody that's played in your college, your team in Baton Rouge and LSU. Let's draft Will Campbell. He fell all the way down here tonight to you. He stays home. He already knows the fans. He already knows the location. Sometimes that works. Doesn't matter if you draft him or Membu. Derek Carr needs protected.
They
and
need
you guys
to
are
help him
nothing.
out.
You guys are absolutely useless if Derek Carr goes down, because you guys actually can score points on offense. Derek Carr's healthy. You guys can actually compete. Yes, you guys can actually win some games, but you guys got to protect Derek Carr. I don't care who you take there. It's got to be a tackle.
All right, now we on to the team that made probably the most impactful moves that you can make.
Playoff team could win the Super Bowl next year.
That O-line shirt up. Wide receiver core shirt up.
Yep. Edge rush shirt up. They got the guy from the Falcons on D-line. It's a little older. What's his name?
Grady Jarrett.
Yeah, I mean, they got better pass rushers now.
Dude, what do they need other than maybe another running back? But I don't think they're going to use this pick unless Ashton Genty's there. Safety is something I'm probably looking at.
Safety or corner. I think Will Johnson here to them would be amazing, but this is on you.
I do think Will Johnson with Roshan or Jalen Johnson would fucking fire.
Best duo, right, in the league.
I don't think I've seen this around a lot. I think that's a good pick. That's a really good pick. I think Will Johnson, again, I don't know what he ran, if they did their pro day or not, but that's what people are concerned about with him is his
on-field speed is crazy. He doesn't have all them pick sixes if he was slow. And if he's slow, that means he's intelligent and he knows where the ball's going to be. Does it matter? That dude is a lockdown bona fide dog, Will Johnson. That dude's a dog.
Yeah. My PC's acting up right now. I think we're good. We're good.
So, yeah, I just think Will Johnson's a dog, and maybe you Bears fans could tell us what you guys would like to see there. Because I think offensively, other than maybe a wide receiver 2, or I guess a 3 or 2, whatever you think Doomsday is, because you're probably going to lose Keenan Allen. You probably already signed him if you're interested in keeping him.
No, they're not keeping him.
So I can maybe see like a Luther Burton here, just because why not? But I think Bears. I'm pretty sure Bears have always been known as a really damn good defense, and that's what you guys like to do is have good defenses. So I think it's a perfect pick.
I think it's a great pick. I've been shooting
49ers lock in Malachi Starks. Best pick for him.
Think so?
Absolutely. Malachi Starks is the best safety in his draft. I mean, I get to that guy from South Carolina. There's a lot of hype. Whatever. Malachi Starks is the best safety in his draft. He's got the most upside. I think Malachi Starks is going to be one of the best safeties in the league, not even next year, starting out. That dude's a dog. Like, that dude is you don't see a lot of safeties coming out of the league like him. And 49ers need anything they can on defense, especially to stay healthy. Yes, they need a lot of stuff on offense. I could see like a Loveland. I could see a Luther Burton. I could see any of that. But the Niners, in my opinion, I don't care what any of you 49er fans say, you're in a rebuild. You guys want the best player available at this position. And Membu, you guys can argue with me. Membu, and you're probably a lot of people's opinion, was the best player available here. Yes. I'll argue Malachi Stark was the best player.
I see a lot of 49ers fans loving Armand Membu here.
Yes. I think Malachi Starks, especially the Niners, love to have great athletical defenses. And I think Malachi Starks is a better player than Membu. I think he will be. So that's my bold prediction, I guess you can say. But you guys, 49ers fans, let me know. Maybe you don't like that pick. Going off a little bit of a limb, I guess, but I think Malachi Starks is worth the top 12 pick.
Will Johnson's unofficial time at his pro day.
Yep. What was it?
This says that he ran at the combine. Will Johnson did not run at the combine.
I don't think. Yeah. Oh no, we didn't.
I'm gonna assume that these are unofficial times from his pro day. It says 4.39, and if he's running a 4.39, if he's running a low 4.4, come on, like that's what everyone was worried about.
Then he ain't gonna fall to 10 because the
people were hoping he'd run a low 4.5, and that would have been.
Then
awesome.
He won't make it to 10. Panthers or Jets will take him then.
Yeah,
that's true.
Now we got the Cowboys on the clock, and they still need running back. They still need O-line help, and I think
lost Brandon Cooks.
I think it's hard because I really want to take Amari and Hampton here, but I also understand what they need. They just lost their number 2 edge rusher, DeMarcus Lawrence went to the Seahawks, right? And I think it's down to Armand Mimbu and Mike Green for me. And I think I'm going to go with the keep your quarterback upright instead of letting what happened last year happen in the year before when he got hurt. Every single year, Dak Prescott's dealing with some sort of injury, and I think chewing up your tackle is the way to go here, honestly. You keep him upright, we don't know what. The upside we've seen of Dak is crazy. What?
I agree that they need a tackle. You already know my opinion. I think their line's going to absolutely suck next year. When you just talked about it. But wouldn't the Cowboys do something to the Cowboys? They just lost Brandon Cooks, which legit, they just got CeeDee Lamb. Like, I'm just saying, like, they have nothing but CeeDee Lamb because Turbert is just a returner. He is not a good receiver.
Don't forget about Mingo.
He's useless. And Mingo, no. Yeah, Mingo, which whatever. I don't believe in him at all. I think they would have took Luther Burton there, personally. But, yeah, I like Mimbu there.
They have a lot of faith. They have a lot of faith in Mingo. They literally spent the fourth round.
You already know.
No, Mingo.
Best tackle, they stole him there. So,
talking about Jonathan Mingo from Ole Miss. They spent a fourth rounder on him last year when he was a former early second round pick because they have a lot of faith in him. And he's still on a rookie deal. They still think he could be something. And I still think he could be something.
Good.
I don't think losing Brandon Cooks is gonna move the needle for them to take a receiver. Absolutely. That's just not my philosophy.
Sure. I'm gonna do something the Dolphins probably won't do, but I'm doing it because it's smart and I'm done playing games. And I'm hoping they're listening to me. We're gonna take Josh Simmons from Ohio State here, and we're gonna absolutely protect Tua because legit Dolphins, legit. You could win. You can maybe compete with the Bills next year if you just keep Tua healthy. You guys have ruined this guy's like long, lengthy career because you guys are just a useless garbage organization. And you Dolphins fans turning on Tua because your organization sucks, you should be ashamed of yourselves.
Where are you seeing that at?
No, like before when he first got paid, before he got his contract, it was like Dolphins fans were 50-50 on him getting paid. And a lot of it was because he could never stay healthy. And they were just kind of like, I wouldn't say shitting on him, but like kind of like saying like we don't want this injury prone quarterback anymore. And it's like it pissed me off. Because, like, he's only injury-prone the way he is because of you guys. You guys don't protect him at all. You guys never have. And that's why he's always hurt. Now, I should say always. Theirs was a hit that he took, like, which against you guys, against the Bengals.
Yeah, Josh.
He should know better. So, let me rephrase.
Yeah, brother, he
not
held on the ball for 8 seconds. Bro.
Not every hit that he's taken that he got injured is the Dolphins' fault, but I'll say a good portion of them are. And that's not good. And Josh Simmons might be the best. Him and Mimbu might be the best two tackles right there. Boom, boom. And I think
if Josh Simmons is healthy, yeah. No, I love the pick. Yeah, honestly, I have no problem with it. And I think this pick is just an automatic lock since they don't have their tight end there.
Yeah.
Anymore. Yeah. Goddamn Barron would be perfect for that defense.
He's growing on me a little bit.
Would scheme him up beautifully.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really have to say anything else. You know what, Colts fans? Let me know. Let me know what you would do if Tyler Warren's not there. Because I see everybody chalk Tyler Warren. Yeah. Let me know what you guys would do.
Yeah, have something to say about that, too. Let me just say. Okay, Falcons fans. Okay, Falcons. You got the biggest steal of the draft. Congratulations. You got James Pierce Jr. Because that's what you need. And you need an edge rusher. He would be perfect. He would be fit with you guys well. You just tell him to go get the quarterback, and he stops the run really good, too. I like that with the Falcons. He does a lot, but what he's really good at is getting to that quarterback, and your division is not good. It's not very good. He would be it could be a game record for you guys year one. He's fantastic. His upside's amazing. He could be the only thing rivaling Abdul Carter in terms of pure edge rush / like just that position entirely. And you've got him at pick 15. That's why I say you won that draft, because to me he's a top 10 pick. And you got him at 15.
Yeah.
I don't need to say anything else.
I do think it's realistic, though, that him and Mike Green are going to keep slipping down people's boards. The talent is there. Both of them, like, could be top 10
Mike
picks.
Green's got allegations on him, though, so I can understand Mike Green a little bit more.
True. But if they're not true, it's like...
I still think James Pierce Jr.
From what I hear, the defensive coordinator, actually the head coach of the Falcons, his type of edge rusher is Mike Green, somebody who has stand-up potential, is not just going to like put his hand in the dirt and rush, but somebody who can
Right.
rush from a stand-up position like a Myles Garrett who can do both. But we'll see. I don't know. If the allegations are false against Mike Green, I'm hoping he slips to 17. I just don't think the Bengals are going to take him. But I digress.
I got
Arizona
something for you, don't worry.
Cardinals. Arizona Cardinals. Their defensive line's ass. It's been ass for a long time. Like, legit, it's been ass for so long, and J.J. Watt and his 33-year-old ass was your best defensive player next to Budda
Yeah.
Baker. It's pathetic.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah, it really is.
And I think I'm gonna go with Donovan
And
Ezra
he's went up
Raku.
that far on these boards.
Bro,
Where the hell have I been? He was like projected 33.
He's a first rounder. He's definitely a first round talent. It's either him or Kenneth Grant, and I think I'm gonna go with the pass rush upside of Ezra Raku and Kenneth Grant, the best nose tackle there is in this draft. And if you're looking for that, if you're looking for someone to stop the run and take on double teams, Kenneth Grant's great, but I'm going with the pass rush upside.
So just go ahead and lock in Kenneth Grant for Cincinnati Bengals. It's your best pick here.
I just want to come back at that. Go ahead.
You get you guys. Well, first of all, let's talk about the Bengals for just a second. In my point of view, because I have them. I think all you haters that are talking about the Bengals made a mistake on them paying them receivers, you're full of shit. You're absolutely full of yourself. Because if your team has any talent at wide receivers, you have to pay them what the Bengals just paid them. Eagles did it. Yes, Eagles did it probably at a more appropriate time than the Bengals did. You could shame the Bengals for paying it to both of them a year late. Well, really, T is
2 years late. 2 years late.
But that's fine. T still took a discount. So it really didn't bite the Bengals and he asked that much for T. He took a discount. And especially with this cap space, if you look at it, it really just evened out because how massive that cap space
next year
is.
if it goes up another $20 million, yeah.
Yes. So the only way that you guys that are clowning the Bengals are correct is if they don't draft defense and they don't do anything to improve their defense while having the second or first best duo in the entire league. That's why I say Kenneth Grant's your best pick here, because your D-line was, first of all, they weren't healthy. They were, when they got healthy, you were better. But screw getting better. Let's just become an elite run stopper in your division, because that's what the Steelers want to run the ball. Ravens want to run the ball with
no, 100%. It's AFC North.
Kenneth Grant would be boom, plug and play day one. He would be amazing.
I have no problem.
Best pick here.
I have no problem with having Kenneth Grant. No. Well, yes, I do. But Kenneth Grant here at 17 makes more sense if we didn't address that exact position in free agency with the number one run-stopping nose tackle in football, statistically. He's not a very good pass rusher. TJ Slayton from the Packers, we got him on a 2-year deal. Basically, just the first year's guaranteed, so if he doesn't work out this year, he's cut. But it doesn't matter. I don't think we're going to go with a nose tackle at 17 when we have other needs, and that's probably defensive interior pass rush, which is Walter Nolan.
Also, I would like to note, back to my point that you guys are flaming the Bengals are not paying their players. About an hour ago, Bengals have started contract negotiations with Trey Henderson, and Trey Henderson's off the trade table. He's not leaving Cincinnati. So y'all
got to come out with us with a bag to get us to change.
Yeah, he's not leaving. There is no bag. The Bengals ain't get rid of him. There is zero hope that he's leaving. The Bengals will have him for at least a year, and the reason why I'm saying Kenneth Grant is, yes, they need pass rush other than Trey, but Trey's the second best pass rusher in the league, so you're automatically going to get to the quarterback a decent amount of times throughout the year, as long as he stays healthy. He needs help throughout the other stuff. Like, if he's just getting to the quarterback and they decide to run a draw or whatever, he needs somebody to stop that runner. Kenneth Grant, you guys would have probably the best run stop duo in the whole league.
If you're talking about a QB draw, Kenneth Grant's not going to stop a Lamar Jackson.
No. I meant. I'm sorry, a halfback draw.
340-pound guy.
You guys would have the best run stop statistically in the league. Kenneth Grant, the guy that you just picked up.
I'm just saying it's not realistic. As much as I would be okay with taking Kenneth Grant, I just wouldn't take him at 17. If we trade back and then we get him at 24, 25, 26, something like that, sure, I'm okay with it. But I just don't think it's realistic that the Bengals are going to take Kenneth Grant in the first. I think
it's a steal here.
I think it's going to be either a safety, the best pass rusher available, or Walter Nolan. Those are the options here. Definitely not taking receiver. Definitely not taking guard
think you're
unless
taking the best player available here.
Will
That's why I
Campbell
did.
slips to us.
Right.
Colson Loveland is actually an option for us, and
Why?
I know Bengals fans aren't going to want to hear that, but Colson Loveland is absolutely an option for us. But I don't think we're going to take him. I'm just saying he's definitely going to be talked about.
Right.
All right, so we got the Seahawks up. Didn't they just get another receiver? Oh yeah, they got Cooper Kupp. They got Cooper Kupp, Jackson Smith, and Jigba.
Which is their number one, which I've been saying. Jackson Smith is their number one, not Cooper Kupp. Don't fool yourselves.
Problem is, I still think they need a bigger-bodied wide receiver. There isn't one.
Hey, Matthew Golden.
Like Luther Burden is the closest thing we have to like a physical receiver for them to take. Matthew Golden is more of a speedster than he is. He does a lot of things.
Not a guy
he does
in the
a
first
lot
round.
of
Is what you're saying, right?
I don't think any of these guys.
Trey Harris from Ole Miss is like AJ Brown.
He's
I don't
a
think they're
big,
going to reach that
boy.
far.
He's a big boy
they're going to reach that far.
They could take, but they're not taking him in the first.
No.
I got to lock in the best player for them.
Yep.
And Mike Green's there staring him in the face.
Broncos, I would have said this pick sucks for you. But you got a good tight end. Colson Loveland's going to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and I would have said the last draft that would suck for you. But it don't now because you got a good tight end that you just paid, and it doesn't sting as much. And Buccaneers, you need him because I think him and Baker are fantastic together. If Godwin don't stay healthy, you still have a second option and Colson Loveland, which is a very good route runner / receiving big body boy, and I think him and Baker do fantastic together. And I like Colson Loveland to the Buccaneers a lot.
All right, and now we got come on now. I mean, the biggest thing that they were missing is a true franchise running back and a tight end, and they got a tight end. They've got a great O-line. They've got a good receiving core. I could see them taking somebody like a Luther Burden or Matthew Golden. Both of them would be fine. But I think Marion Hampton is the better player of those three receivers.
Wow, what a pick!
I think Marion Hampton fits great for them.
So, oh man, why I took odds, man.
Don't need a receiver now.
A team and a player that I said a month ago that they were going to take, and they just had dinner together. And man, Tomlin loves him, and he just had a fantastic pro day too. And man, he's going up boards now, ain't he? Back up the boards out for Milrow, huh? Yeah, it's Milrow. I hate. Well, shit.
Wait, did we not take Shedeur? I thought we took. Oh shit, my bad. I thought we did take Shedeur.
That's actually been a mock that Steelers get Shedeur. You know what? Shedeur Sanders to the Pittsburgh Steelers is what they would do here. Because not Milrow. Shedeur could absolutely fall here. Because if you go back up. If you go back up, let's look. So Titans, we already know they got a quarterback, Cam Ward. Browns, it's either Cam Ward, Abdul Carter, and he feels like they're going to assure the defense. Travis Hunter, they're just paid Russell Wilson. They spent $30 million. Patriots don't need a quarterback. Jags don't need a quarterback. Raiders don't need a quarterback. They just got Geno Smith. Jets just paid Justin Fields 2 years. They're going to at least let a year run out.
Yeah.
Bryce Young, maybe Panthers. Doubt it. Raiders paid Derek Carr. Bears ain't taking him.
You've talked me into it. None of these teams, all these teams have a quarterback. Yeah.
It's either the Giants or he's flipping, or someone's trading up out of nowhere. Shedeur Sanders, Pittsburgh Steelers makes a lot of sense here. And let me rephrase that. Sorry, Falcons, they stole the show. This is the steal of the draft. If he falls to 21, the Steelers get him.
No, we got to address. It's probably not fully realistic that he falls this far, but it could happen. It really could happen.
Absolutely could happen
with the talent in this quarterback draft class. So we got the Chargers up. They still need a number one receiver that's big body that can be physical at the catch point. Mike Williams is a 1-year rental. Like, we know he has experience with Justin Herbert, but
Ladd McConkey's not a number one.
He's one hit away from getting it put out for the entire season, every single season. They just lost. They just lost Joey Bosa. They signed Khalil Mack to a 1-year deal.
Kai Becton.
I really think they're going to go with a pass rusher and who to develop a freak athlete better than Jim Harbaugh, Shamar Stewart. This is a guy I would want the Bengals to take. Like, you're talking 290, 6'6". He ran a 4.59 at the combine. Yeah, come on, man. Like, he is a freak athlete, and if you have the right system behind him that can develop him, and they have the best weight training staff in the NFL, the Chargers do.
Yeah,
Actually,
they do.
it's crazy. Like
Najee Harris was talking about it.
yeah, like they'd be fucking pumped to get Shamar Stewart on that team. I really think so. Now, when's the run on receivers? That's what I want to know.
So the problem is, I don't love any of the Green Bay receivers, but they got so many of them, and they don't need them. Like they this is what they did. To have a bunch of comparable guys around their quarterback, and it's fine. I think, but I don't love their O-line. We got to protect Jordan Love more, and I think the Eagles really exposed him in the playoffs, and I think their O-line / D-line is what I'm looking at here. Or, well,
O-line, D-line.
corner too, because Alexander's probably going to get traded before the draft, unless they're not telling the truth. I think Kelvin Banks Jr. is probably the pick here. He's probably the best tackle here left. It makes sense. If you're pick 23, you're a team that's going to compete with the championship. You're basically going to draft at either a very need that you need or best player available. And if I'm looking at this board for Green Bay specifically, he's the best player available, unless you want to argue Walter Nolan. And I can hear it either way. But I think Kelvin Banks.
There's a lot of people out there that have Walter Nolan slip too.
I think Kelvin Banks is a good pick here for Green Bay.
Like, it's like a good portion of people aren't sold on him. I am. That's why I'm sold on him.
I think Kelvin Banks fits here for Green Bay.
Kelvin Banks, and then we got the Vikings up here. They don't need receiver. They don't need quarterback. They don't need quarterback. Did they keep Cam Robinson, or was he just a 1-year rental? Jags.
I don't remember.
Either way, they paid Christian Darrisaw a lot of money last year. I could see them going O-line, but I really think the Vikings are in a draft defense kind of thing. Like, just keep drafting defense, and I think
getting them younger, keep getting them faster.
Yep, and I think what better than
right here,
Jalen Walker would be perfect for their defense. Their defense has pass rush upside, can play outside linebacker, super athletic guy, super smart guy. Watch the film; he is amazing, and I think he'd be great for D-Flow's defense. Honestly.
So I don't give a damn what Texas fans say. You're taking the guy from North Dakota State here because your team is garbage unless you draft a line here. Like it's a bad pick unless you're taking offensive lineman here.
And Josh Connerly's still there. I know.
I was gonna say the guy from Oregon because I really like him. The tackle from Oregon.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, I really like him. I just don't know if they'll reach here. I think that's gonna be like a bottom four pick.
I think you're gonna see him move up draft boards when it gets really, really close to the draft.
But I think Zabel's the pick here. You got rid of all your linemen, really. You got rid of the guy you just drafted 2021. I know you didn't pan out, and I know you guys are happy he's gone, and you guys feel like you won that trade. But regardless, you lost him. You lost. You made a trade to the Commanders for your best offensive tackle. Like, your guys, to me, have the worst O-line in football next year. It's terrible. And you have to do anything you can to patch it up the best you can. And Zabel's got a lot of upside. And I think that pick's fine for Stroud. He don't need weapons. He don't need defense.
He's more the size of a guard, though.
So it don't matter. They need anything.
Yeah.
So I like that pick there.
Now, here's where, to me, the run on receivers starts.
Yep.
Let's see. They got Devontae. Still one of the best route runners in the NFL. Got Puka Nacua, the big boy that can catch a slant, take it 70 yards, and run over a motherfucker.
Still got Atwell.
Now they need the slot receiver that's smart and can do it all. And who's that? Who's that sound like?
Mecca Buka.
That's crazy, right? Just a perfect fit for their offense. Come on now. And again, this is where I think the receiver run starts.
So if I am the Lamar Jackson, I am hitting my counter, hitting my desk. If you don't take Luther Burton, I have a damn problem with you.
I have a debate
Luther
on that.
Burton.
I think Luther Burton is a bigger, more physical version of Zay Flowers, and I think they should probably go with someone that does a little bit more for them.
I think Luther Burton has a lot more upside than Matthew Golden.
Do you really?
Yes. I like Luther Burton a lot. I'm a huge fan of Luther Burton. I know he had a down year,
I like him, but he's like
but
he does.
I'm not going to be fooled of 1 year. He is the better receiver.
He's the same as what they already have. But I'm gonna
Yeah, but
lock him if
like,
you are.
look what him and Zay Flowers have already done together, and then you get a better receiver, a better version of Zay Flowers and Luther Burton. And then like Lamar would love Luther Burton. Hey, throw my good old deep ball that I have to Luther Burton. Gone. And if you protect him, I got Zay Flowers over here too.
Sure.
They probably wanted a Mecca Ibuka, I'm gonna be honest, the Ravens.
They would love to have
But he's
him.
gone. So Luther Burton's probably, I think you can move Luther Burton too. I don't think he's just. I think the Ravens would use Luther Burton in a very versatile way. I think Luther Burton for the Ravens would be a very good pick.
All right, so the Commanders still didn't lock up like a receiver, did they?
You're on the line.
They got. I know. They got Scary Terry, and then they got Deebo Samuel.
And then they lost.
Trying to think of future picks.
They lost Zacchaeus, and they lost. Then they signed Noah Brown, so they got their 1, 2, 3.
Either way, they don't need O-line help. They really don't need a whole lot of offensive help. Defensive interior is probably what I'm going with, Derek Harmon or Walter Nolan. And it's really what you want.
South Carolina's still available.
You want 3-tech? Yeah, I know. It's they don't need help on the secondary very much. They've spent a lot of money on the secondary going to get Reed. What's his name? DJ Reed.
Yeah, DJ Reed.
DJ Reed from the Jets, and they have Carrion Arnold, first round pick. They have Brian Branch, a second round pick. Kirby Joseph, slot corner.
They
like
lost Carlton
they're good.
Davis, but DJ Reed's
whatever.
Upgrade.
They're good. They're good. I think not Michael Williams. Walter Nolan is the perfect fit for them. Right, put him right next to Aiden Hutchinson, and you have that side of the D line. That D line is fucking furious. It's crazy how much pass rush you're gonna get out of those two guys.
Is it crazy, or do I think Derek Harmon is could be like Jonathan Allen that they just lost?
He tested really, really well at the combine.
Yeah, but could you not see them just taking him and feeling okay that they lost Jonathan Allen? They didn't have to pay him what Minnesota paid him.
I could see them taking him, but I think they have better needs. But yeah, I could see them taking him.
I mean, I'm gonna lock in Michael Williams but I could see him. They could take Darren Harmon here, but I'm gonna take Michael Williams because they don't need a receiver. So they get the best player available to them.
I agree.
It's Michael Williams.
And you want to talk about perfect need, perfect fit? Yep. Matthew Gold.
To me, I don't love the Chiefs line. So this
of course
is Josh
not.
Barn.
No, they're gonna be drafting a line.
So this best tackle still in a first round grade. You're taking him. That's enough said.
And you get the guy that you've talked about a lot, in Derek Harmon. That you said that you like this guy a lot in our past conversations. It's either him or Nick Scorton.
I just want to keep this in mind that there is a insider rumor that Howard Roseman feels like Jack Sawyer will be a perfect Josh Sweat replacement, and he's all in on Jack Sawyer. I'm just letting you know that.
This early?
Pick 32. Jack Sawyer gets picked here at 32. I'm not mad.
I think Nick Scorton is a much better player than Jack Sawyer.
I don't. I want a big time clutch player, and I want Jack Sawyer. But yes, I'll take Nick Scorton. He has 3 sacks in his career. He's just a lot of physical upside, which what we did with Jalen Carter. Him and Jalen Carter together would be nasty. Ooh. I mean, I'm not going to shit on it, but I want Jack Sawyer.
He had 4 last year. He had 8 the year before.
Okay, I'm sorry. Never mind. Yeah, I'll take Nick Scorton. He could be easily. He's a boomer bust kind of player.
He had a little bit of an off year last year with A&M, but with Purdue, he had crazy upside. I don't know. I really don't think you guys are going Derek Harmon just because you don't need defensive interior unless you're letting what's his name go? What's his name?
Jordan
Davis. Yep.
I can see us taking Kai Williams too from Ohio State.
I really don't think
I can see us taking a guard. I can see us taking Tyler Booker to the guard from Alabama. I can see that too.
Maybe you guys will. I never see anybody take Jack Sawyer that early.
I don't
think it's the worst pick ever, but it's
I love it.
There's higher graded players there. All right, let's look at our board here. Made a mistake by letting Shedeur slipped that far, but
I don't think. Sure, but I think it could happen though. Like, if you look at the board, right? If the Titans don't take him, and the Browns don't take him, and I don't think the Jets need. I don't think the Giants are just necessarily a quarterback.
No, they just
They're
signed
not.
2 quarterbacks.
So it's the Browns or Titans, right? Taking Shedeur. Browns haven't revealed anything that they're in love with Shedeur. I have no reason to believe that they're in love with Shedeur, but I do know that they could draft edge rushers pretty well because they got the best, probably the second best one in football. And Abdul Carter's sitting right there with him and Myles Garrett. And Myles Garrett in his prime gets to train Abdul Carter. And then when he's out of his prime, you got Abdul Carter and you're ready to go. Like, you lose nothing.
I would say Myles Garrett's out of his prime now. He's about to be 30.
But no, I think Shedeur, like I said, if he doesn't go 2, where does he go? Like, where else do you see him going other than 21? Legitimately,
6.
where do you see it?
I do think he could go 6. I don't care that they have the hell's his name? Geno Smith. I don't care.
But if there is a part of them that they want to win now, and they believe what you believe, that Ashton Jeanty makes them a middle of the row offense, who's to say they still won't take Ashton Jeanty? Who's to say their scouters don't think Ashton Jeanty is a far better prospect than Shedeur Sanders?
Oh, he is.
Who's to say?
He is.
Right. So, isn't it about time the Raiders take best player available for once?
You know me.
It's not reaching.
I think you should take best player available in 99% of the cases. But if there's a player that fits what you need and you love as a player in general, take him.
So, I'm sure that there's going to be comments that Raiders would take him there. Yes, I would agree to a certain extent, but I'm not going to act like they can't pass on him.
Yeah.
When they just spent a third.
It's possible. It's definitely possible.
Geno Smith. Like, they just spent a third.
Being blown up with tweets.
So, best pick here, in my opinion, is I will say the best pick here is Shedeur Sanders if he does fall to pick 21. It's no brainer.
Of course.
Worst pick here, I guess by default. Oh shit. Man, it's tough. I don't think there's a pick I don't love. Chargers, because I don't think they'll take an edge. I think they would still take a receiver. I still think they would take a receiver.
Their receiver's not there. Their receiver was not there. They're not taking.
Golden, they would take Matthew Golden.
Absolutely not. Glad McConkey does what he does.
Or Luther Burton or Emeka Buka. They could have took any one of them 3. And been just fine.
I think they're only going to take a first-round receiver if it's the right one.
So what's your favorite pick?
My favorite pick is Tyler Warren to the Jets.
That's a great pick.
My least favorite pick is probably the one I argued against the most was Luther Burden to the Ravens. I think they don't need to go Luther Burden. I think Matthew Golden fit their scheme a lot better than Luther Burden does. That's just me personally. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? What's your favorite pick? What's your least favorite pick? Shit on us because your team didn't take what what you thought they should take. And what would you change? That's what I want to know down in the comments. Please let us know. Hit that like button. Subscribe for more videos. Gonna try to keep these regular. Gonna upload at least once a week. At the very least once a week. Yeah, we have more content coming. Just hit that notification bell so you can stay up to date with us. And yeah, let us know what you would change. Later.